Hey, welcome back. This is Dr. Stanford and Richard Hoven. We're going to talk about digestive problems. We're going to talk about things that you can take internally for immune system, for liver problems. And so stay tuned. We're going to talk about that later today. Hey, I'm Dr. Casey Stanford. This is Richard Hoven. I'm a MD, trained and from medical school residency, and now doing general practice. Richard is a naturopath that uses herbs, herbal medicine. He's been doing this for about 20 years now. And we're going to talk about herbal medicines that you can use internally.
A hot topic that I see pretty common is surrounding digestive health. And would you say for yourself in the clinic, would you say that you deal with a good amount of people that complain about various digestive problems?
Oh, I'd say that's up in the top 5 at least.
Really?
Like top 5 ailments that people have. And sometimes they don't know that that's like what the problem is, but that's actually the problem.
Gotcha. What would you say is the most common thing you recommend overall, if you had to pick one thing?
So my number one by far is aloe. So aloe vera concentrate. So like the juice from the aloe vera plant that can include the leaf itself and the bitters. That is the number one thing that we use in our clinic for if they're having any kind of digestion problem. If it's Crohn's disease, if it's ulcerative colitis, if it's leaky gut, all of those. You think about it, is that like the stomach produces acid, and sometimes the acid will build up too much, and that can burn in the small intestine, and especially if you're not digesting your food completely, or if you're taking any type of like an antacid, something like that. There can definitely be things that are thrown off, and one thing to help soothe those burns is aloe. So you use aloe for topical reasons. Obviously everybody has it in their fridge that you use for sunburns, but you didn't think usually you don't think about it internally, that you can use it for any type of healing that you would need, for inflammation that there would be there, and people with reflux, people with liver problems. You can use aloe as a healing to the gut that allows it to get back to its normal state. It's a natural type of prebiotic that promotes like good, healthy gut bacteria as well.
And that's good. That's interesting, because a lot of times we will focus solely on just the probiotic, but the prebiotic has some importance too. And so it's kind of a 2-for-1 when you get that aloe. Aloe is probably, I would say, pretty easy to get. You use somewhat of a specific brand at the clinic that it's really just to make it easy for the patient. There's a couple different, for example, there's one that's a detox. I've noticed that has some bitter herbs in it, which can help with digestion. So sometimes you can get some combos in that aloe juice if you're not exactly sure where your digestion's stemming from, because it may not be that the aloe isn't necessarily working. You just may need a combination to attack 2 or 3 different things.
So definitely the brand that I use is called Aloe Life. That one we sell at our place, at our herb shop, and we use that like for medicinal use. And that's really different than the stuff that you can get at the gas station or stuff you can get at Walmart or something, because it's a much higher concentration of aloe vera. They take the water out of it so you can get to higher concentrations. You don't have to drink as much in order to get a therapeutic effect. But also, it includes the whole leaf, which a lot of other places will take out parts of the leaf because of, sometimes it can be irritating because it has latex naturally occurring in it, in the aloe leaf. But when you take that out, a lot of times it loses some of the like medicinal properties as well. We've used it successfully in children. So it's, that's something that you can use for example, onchopresis, which is like basically constipation, or like, if the kid has troubles trying to have a bowel movement, or just constipation in general. That honestly, constipation is a major cause of a lot of problems that people have. And a lot of people, I'd say like probably a third of my patients, whenever they come in, they present with constipation, first of all, because it's so common. And second of all, because they just think, well, that's how everybody else lives.
Right.
So that's been my whole life. So how should I know anything different? And that's not normal.
Yeah.
That's not something that you have to put up with. And sometimes it takes a little bit more than just aloe to help with it. But aloe is definitely like an integral part that usually that's one of the first things that I start with. And the other options being like psyllium husk. What's another one, like ginger? What are some things that you have used for digestion?
Yep. So I do like the aloe, especially when it's mixed with the bitter herbs.
Yeah.
Like the detox version, I think it's labeled. I can attest that people come in like clockwork. They love that aloe because they say how much it's helped them.
Yeah.
But I like that. I like ginger. That seems to help with enzyme release and helping the gut. If somebody's suffering with acid reflux, things along that line, I like to pick either slippery elm or marshmallow root. Sometimes you can get them in combination, but those are really good. I usually like to use slippery elm at the end of a meal if somebody's suffering with that.
Here. This one's a combination of slippery elm and marshmallow, which slippery elm is kind of a little expensive.
It is really expensive. I don't know if it's, I don't know if any of the, changes over time has contributed to that. But it is pretty expensive.
I've heard that it's the inner bark of the slippery elm tree. So you would like carve off the outside bark that you would see, and then that inside bark is actually the medicinal use. It's got like a slimy consistency to it, which is kind of what you want. I mean, that's the same thing with aloe.
That's right.
It's kind of like goopy and slick. That mucus is what's really important to like coat the inside of your digestive tract.
Right. Yep.
And this is something else I've heard. I haven't actually done this myself, but is that if you strip the inner bark downward, then that's good for like getting things to go, like to have a bowel movement, for things to, to clear out the constipation.
Gotcha.
If you strip the bark upward, then that will make it to where you like throw up. So, people using that as a type of treatment for trying to get rid of toxins or something.
I got you.
And I haven't tried that before, but
Yeah.
it's just an interesting thing. That's like, huh?
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is we actually like the combo to where we make our own tea in house with these, and it's got some calendula flower in it.
I'm just gonna be honest. You came up with it. Like I didn't have anything to do with that. That was all you. And people love it.
Yeah, yeah. So that's a really good combination to where it gives that film for coating. Let's see here. What about along the digestive tract? What about liver? Do you find any good things to help with liver?
So I am not as like well versed as some people. Like that's something that I can definitely learn a lot more on. So the things that I've learned, so for people with like cirrhosis, which is end-stage liver failure, people with alcoholic fatty liver, non-alcoholic fatty liver, which would be from like obesity or diabetes or something like that. Those people would need to try to use milk thistle as well as dandelion. Those are two like favorites that, milk thistle, the active ingredient silymarin is like, that has been, even GI doctors use that because of its like detoxing properties. We say detox. What it does is it helps your body take waste compounds that might build up in your blood, break it down, and then you poop it out. Can I say that? Can I say poop? Okay. This is a medical term.
That's right. That's right.
But that's important for any liver cleanse.
That's right.
The other things that you can use, interestingly, coffee, like, is really important for people with cirrhosis. Like, there's a lot of evidence that coffee like helps you have bowel movements, and that detoxes your body, which is exactly what those people need because their liver is weak.
Yeah, that's interesting. Milk thistle and dandelion is my two tops.
Yeah.
Two favorites. And typically you can find those two in a combination somewhat easily. You know, we do have a blend that we have at the clinic that includes dandelion and milk thistle. You can actually get it in a tea too, right? So there's some options there as well. What about immune? So like the season will be a change in.
Yeah.
Okay. And we know what generally comes with that. So what are some top things you like to utilize with immune building?
Yeah. My number one thing, like, and it's really with kids more so, but I mean, it's great for adults too. Like, that's also fantastic for adults, is elderberry. So we have this, and I'm going to turn it around so you can see like the actual elderberries that are in there. And then...
and that's a kit, right?
Yeah.
So like if somebody wanted to buy that kit, you guys give a lot of information for free to try to help people.
Yeah.
So it's got the instructions on there. It tells you exactly how to make your own kit.
Yeah. This one particularly, you just throw it in a crock pot or a pot on the stove, add water and honey, and then you let it sit for about 6 or 8 hours. And then, but you can do it like overnight as well. But if you do it like that, I mean, that'll make, I think it's like 3 half gallons of elderberry syrup, which you think, oh my goodness, that's a monstrous amount. But through cold and flu season, like, you're gonna want to take an ounce every day, which is like a shot glass full of elderberry syrup. You can put it on, you know, pancakes. You can put it on bread. I mean, it is a syrup, but there are other other benefits that elderberry helps with. So there have actually been clinical trials that say that elderberry works even better than oseltamivir, which is Tamiflu, for flu. That it prevents flu better than what oseltamivir would do. And those, I mean, we've had so many people say that if they take that, just a shot every day, they'll go, the whole cold and flu season and they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Now, the trick is remembering to do it every day,
Right.
because
Yep.
if you don't do it, then, you get behind and then,
Yeah.
but I mean, a little bit's better than nothing.
That's right.
So elderberry syrup, and honestly, elderberries, I mean, it's probably in your yard right now. It's so prolific. Now, we're from Mississippi, so we have them. I mean, there's probably, a stone's throw, there's probably like 5 plants from this spot right here that we have. But I mean, I'm sure it's in other parts of America too. I'm not sure about other locations. Maybe not in the desert, like those regions, you probably wouldn't see that. But here, like, it's just growing on the side of the road.
Yep.
And all you would need to do is, like, whenever it flowers, and then you can pick the flowers and, like, cut, and use those flowers, dry them. And then also when it produces the berries, you can cut and use the berries for that as well. But be careful, because sometimes sumac, which is poisonous, can look like elderberry.
Yep.
They have very similar traits.
That's right.
So know what you're looking for.
Yep. So it's got a good blend of ingredients in it too. Like, it's got the elderberries, cinnamon, cloves, ginger. So that's a really nice thing. It contains all the things you need to help with immune. And then you guys also have the elderberry echinacea tincture, which is a little bit different, but it's got let's see, echinacea, elderberry, peppermint, yarrow, which we've talked about a good bit, chamomile. So there's a lot of good things in this as well.
Yeah, we use this like for my kids. We give them elderberry syrup daily. That's preventatively. And then if they actually do get sick, and we've been behind or busy with something else, then we'll give them the elderberry syrup along with the elderberry tincture, which the elderberry echinacea tincture. It's got obviously elderberry and echinacea, which echinacea helps with any upper respiratory problems. It's got yarrow, which helps with fever, chamomile, which helps with sleep and fever, and bacterial infections. And then also ginger to help as an anti-inflammatory. And that has, with our patients, we can see that if they use that, then it dramatically shortens the amount of time that they are sick. And also, if you use it for up to 2 weeks, like after you're sick, it can help build your immune system back up so that you wouldn't have as much of a problem the next time. Because, I mean, the times that you've had the double whammies of you get sick, and then you're low on sleep and your body's knocked down, and then you get something else.
Yep.
Usually that's like secondary bacterial or fungal infection or something, and you can prevent that by using this. Another thing that you could use is ashwagandha. That helps build up the body as well. You use something that I had not really learned about before, and there was one time that I was sick and you used andrographis. So tell me about that.
Yeah. So that is probably my most favorite thing to utilize, especially once you're sick. It can be used if you're going into a situation where you're going to be around flu or this, that, and the other. But it's very strong. It's very, very bitter, but I find it to be very effective in respiratory infections, things like flu, cold, things along those lines. And so that garlic, you're not
like raw garlic.
Raw garlic. You're not very lovely to be around, but it does work. It works well. Fresh garlic.
I love garlic.
Yep.
My wife does not, so
Yep.
there's the problem.
So some of the things I like to utilize is like if I start to get any kind of a tingle, then everybody's just going to have to watch out because I'm starting to do cloves.
Yeah.
And angiographis.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's the two things I really love. And I've used the angiographis for about 3 or 4 years once I found out about it, and it's consistent in working well.
You mean that you've used it preventatively for 2 or 3 years, or you just use it?
Both.
Okay.
Yep. But if let's just say that I get a little bit of a tingle, like right then, I know I need to hit it. Usually, if I don't hit it with either thing, garlic or angiographis, and I wait 2 days, then I'm going to fight it.
Yeah.
For a couple of days.
Well, and that seems to be the pattern with a lot of things that have to do with cold and flu is like you have to hit it early.
Yeah.
Like even with like the antiviral medications, if you wait until, even, 3 days after you started having symptoms, it's not going to work.
Yep.
It's not going to work nearly as effectively as whenever you are starting to have the symptoms because, it's really already taken over. So your body's already trying to do the cleanup work at that point.
Yep.
Now, obviously, it's better late than never. But the last time that you gave me that, I remember you had it in your pocket and you were like, take this because this, and you had it right there because you keep it there in times that you need it.
That's right. Yep.
Whenever you start feeling it.
It's always on me. There's a few things that's always on me. And the angiographis is one of those things.
Yeah.
So, yep. So to summarize, with the digestive health, we like to utilize the aloe, okay, the slippery elm, marshmallow, and honestly, if you listen to the topical discussion, if someone listened to that, we talked about chamomile, and chamomile can be used for digestive upset as well. Okay,
it's more mild.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But the aloe and the slippery elm and marshmallow is the bigger hitters. And then for the immune, we like the elderberry echinacea, and that's really common stuff we keep. We got to make sure we keep that in stock because people really depend on it and really enjoy it and like it. You can get it in teas, tinctures, and you can also get it in syrup form. And I think that's the one thing I like a lot about the syrup that y'all make, because y'all closely...
Well, you made it last time.
You guys y'all closely watch and care about the ingredients. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, for example, in the case of if we're getting low on elderberries or something like that, we keep different options for different people. In other words, some people prefer organic versions of things. Some prefer to not have it. It doesn't matter one way or the other.
Yeah.
But y'all are very strict and serious about, no, we have to use the organic ingredients in these products. And there's nothing else added. It's just simply the stuff that's on the label. It's clean stuff. There's no fillers and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
To potentially drive the immune system down further, So I think this is good information to help people. And there will be other discussions internally.
Yeah.
internal uses we will talk about.
The one thing I did want to say about aloe real quick, we have like that's been such a important thing for us that a lot of people don't know about.
Yeah.
Because they'll think, oh yeah, it's aloe and I've tried that before.
Right.
But it's, I mean, aloe is one of those things that's, it's really like, it's pricey if you get it, if you get the like medicinal options. If you buy something that is kind of cheap, it's not going to work. Also, sometimes if you get it from a bad like company or like an unknown, you know, if you just randomly get it off of Amazon or something. Aloe is one of those herbs in the like herbal kingdom, in the herbal economy that is easily counterfeit. So there are a lot of counterfeit aloe products just because it's hard to harvest aloe. And I mean, naturally that makes the price higher. And I mean, they'll cut it with, what's another, like, for example, Miralax, like polyethylene glycol, which is, Miralax is the brand name for it. That is something that they'll add, you know, they'll do like half aloe and half of that because it's a lot cheaper. And I mean, it's still, you can use it for constipation, but the problem is that increases your risk for, which this has been like proven to increase your risk for Clostridium difficile infection or C. diff. It has been known to like decrease your absorption of nutrients and minerals. So it can increase your risk for osteoporosis when you get older as a female, especially. I mean, males can get it too, but usually females are more at risk for that.
That's right.
But we've had people come into our clinic and they say, I have tried everything else. Please, you know, I've gone to primary care, I've gone to a GI doctor, you know, we've had the scopes, upper scopes, lower scopes, like colonoscopy, and nothing has worked. And then I'll say, well, have you tried the aloe concentrate? And they'll say, usually no. And we'll try that, and literally in 1 week, like the next week, they'll be like, I am able to eat again. Like I am able to digest my food without throwing up, and I don't have that like acid taste in my mouth. And we don't make that product because it's really hard to make.
Right. Yep.
Aloe Life, and I'm not promoting them, you know, I'm not associated with them.
Right.
But
you just believe in the product.
That's the only one that I've seen that helps.
And I can attest because, you know, since I've been at the clinic, you get out of the way.
Yeah.
They're going straight back there for that aloe life.
Yeah.
Like every day they're in there getting that stuff. And that you wouldn't have repeat customers and patients coming in if it didn't.
Well, I use it like for myself, and I didn't realize like how bad off my liver was and like my digestion until I started using that. And then the reflux, like that went away, and like constipation was another thing. Now we did that in conjunction with other things. Like you found out another like tincture that we could use that was like a liver tincture, and that helped significantly, which had milk thistle, dandelion, among other things in it. But I mean, that was a life changer. I mean, really. And we've had so many other people say that as well. I mean, I had a patient today. She saw me for the first time last week, and then this week we saw her, and hers was like some unknown illness. It wasn't, you know, that she had been to the GI doctor and there wasn't a formal diagnosis. She didn't know what to do. And that was, you know, a game changer for her especially. Now we used the aloe in conjunction with like ginger, like we talked about. and then also the like slippery elm and marshmallow root. But that was you know, and that's been a repeated story like just over and over again. So of anything like for the like digestive, definitely aloe, and then marshmallow root, slippery elm bark, and or some other things that we said. That I know lemon balm helps with digestion as well. Yep. We didn't talk about that.
Yep, it actually does, and that's a kind of a cheaper leaf to get too.
Yeah.
So that's pretty affordable. I've actually got some down
Can
here.
you show us?
In my Mississippi mason jar.
Oh yeah.
But it's really good for the gut as well. It's kind of a calmer, so you know, if you have stress that's stemming from the gut, you know, it depends on where it's coming from, but you know, lemon balm can help with that too. And I kind of prefer that over the typical Southern sweet tea now.
Oh yeah.
So it tastes pretty good. As far as immune, we covered the syrups and the elderberry echinacea, and some of the other talks we'll be going through will be other internal things like cardiovascular support, the urinary system and urinary tract, stress, sleep. So I think this has been great, been informative to help people know some things they can keep in their herbal cabinet. And so if people want to get more information or updates, you guys have a Facebook page, Instagram. Can you tell them your website in case they would like to just purchase some of these things from you?
Sure. Our website is StanfordClinicandHerbShop.com, and then Stanford Clinic is like our Facebook page, and then we're from Lucedale, Mississippi.
Yep.
So if that comes up, I guess that would be another way to search it too.
Yep, that's right.
Then our Instagram handle, honestly, I don't remember.
I know, right? We need
Just look up Stanford Clinic and Herb Shop. Yeah, Tanya is the social media queen.
Yep.
Shout out.
Yep. All right, well, good talk. And if people have questions, they can reach out on social media, or if they need some supplies or products, they can go to the website and purchase them right there.
Yep.
All right.
Thanks, y'all.